Alright, you guys, today is the day. A Daniel Smith 240 color swatch. Stay tuned. Hi friends, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to do a full swatch of the Daniel Smith 240 color dot card. As you can see, I've already gotten some fun use out of these, but I thought I would swatch all of them on this video today, so bear with me because it's probably going to be pretty long. So without further ado, I think we should just dive right into it. I'm going to start here, and I guess I'll just say all of the colors. Apologies, I'm really not going to sit here and label them because I feel like the video would be a lifetime long. So first we have Buff Titanium. I'm just gonna jump right in. But let's see. So this is like a flesh kind of tone, like a nice, literally buff titanium. I think I'm gonna zoom in here. Great. And actually, I'm gonna use a clean brush to make sure we get good color here. And that is our buff titanium. Next is Nickel Titanate Yellow. This is going to be fun, just to listen to me try to pronounce all of these color names. So bear with me on that. And I think I am still going to zoom. Now, Bismuth Vanadate Yellow. Wow, that is like yellow. So the nickel, I feel like, has a little bit of a shimmer to it. And now Hansa Yellow Light is one I have on my wish list, and is pretty similar to the Bismuth Vanadite Yellow. Maybe just a little more pigmented. And then we have Azo Yellow. Cadmium Yellow Light Hue. This is where they feel like they all start to look the same. But one of the things I love about Daniel Smith is a little goes a long way. Colors are so vibrant. And there's literally every convenience blend. So this is Cadmium Yellow Medium Hue, which is a little more banana color in my book. And now we have Aeroline, or Cobalt Yellow. Lemon Yellow. I mean, that is aptly named. Lemon Yellow. And this is one of my favorites too, the Cadmium Yellow Deep Hue. This is where you start getting into like an orangey yellow color, which I just really love this. Hansa Yellow Medium, which, 1, 2, 3, here's the yellow light, and then here's the medium right next to it. So you can tell it starts to get more of that reddish, warmer yellow tone in the medium. And then we have Mayan Yellow, and Naples Yellow, which I think is really interesting and is another one that I like to use for skin tones. It's got this beautiful kind of tone to it that I really love. And then we have Indian Yellow, which really starts to get some nice earthy tones to it. And then Hansa Yellow Deep, which I'm gonna do right next to the light, medium, and here's the deep. So again, it just continues to go from a cool to a lot warmer yellow. And then this is one of my personal favorites, New Gamboge. I love this yellow. And it's really close to the Hansa Yellow Deep, if I'm being honest, but it has a little bit more of that orange reddish to it. I think it's just a little bit warmer, and I really love that. Then we have Isoindolin Yellow. Wow. For me, this is starting to get into your orange territories. But again, some beautiful colors here. Permanent Yellow Deep. I remember when I first swatched these, and I made, I remember making a wish list of all the colors that I wanted to collect in my bullet journal. So I had like a list and a tracker. This is Aussie Red Gold, which is really beautiful, but so close to the Permanent Yellow Deep. I mean, for me, oh, I see. If this gets to granulate a little bit more, it looks like, let's see if I can, the granulation on the Aussie is really pretty. Wow. So then we have Pure Orange. This is also a huge favorite of mine. It's just got this beautiful scarlet. I am obsessed with Pure Orange. So yeah, like I was saying, actually, I still have it handy. This list, out of 240 colors, I think I only wanted, you know, half of them. And I've been marking off the ones of tubes that I have gotten, but they're not cheap, so it's definitely something that it's not a necessity, and if you want a watercolor, you certainly don't need Daniel Smith, but if there's convenience mixes or colors you really love, and you really enjoy watercolor, I think it can be worth it. Yeah, so Permanent Orange. So yeah, Pure Orange for me has got a lot more red to it than your Permanent Orange. This is Cadmium The quinacridons are always really nice. Ooh. And we have Purell Scarlet. So we had Purell Orange, we had transparent Purell Orange, and now we have Purell Scarlet, which has even more just pure red to it. Lean Red, which we can drop right next to our Purell Scarlet. So again, very similar, but a little less pigmented, a little more transparent. We have our Permanent Red. This to me is the closest to just like a true red. Like if you wanted to go just get some basics or start with some basics and do your own color mixing, for me I feel like Permanent Red is the way to go, at least for your red. Okay, next we have Rhodonite Genuine. Now these start to get a little more transparent, and I believe the genuine means they have like genuine gemstone pigments. I could maybe have made that up. It starts to get more in the cooler pinkish reds. And then we have Carmine. Some beautiful like magenta. So they're starting to get cooler. Then we have Rose Madder Permanent, which I will say I love and have used now to the end of the card. As well as this next one, which is Opera Pink. So if you just want like a beautiful, perfect kind of hot pink watercolor shade, Opera Pink is your go-to. I mean, it's hard for me to even show you how beautiful and pigmented it is because I've used it a lot on this card, but it's fantastic. And then next we have Potter's Pink, which is a much more like earthy brown. I don't know, if you call that pink, it's like an earth tone pink. So here is your Potter's Pink. Here we go with another quinacridone. Again, my favorite. These are so vibrant and beautiful. So again, if you want another like hot pink magenta color, this quinacridone pink is fantastic. And then we have like 4 more quinacridone. So the next is rose. You can see again, they are similar. Don't want to know what just happened with all that noise. You just keep going. Quinacridone rose. Oh, look at this. Starts to get like purple and cooler blue tones in it. Sorry, that's quinacridone rose. This is quinacridone lilac, which I actually have a tube of because it is one of my favorites. Then we have quinacridone magenta, which like, oof, that is so beautiful. There is another color I love called Bordeaux that is very close to this quinacridone magenta. And I realized I skipped some of our reds. So permanent red deep, which next to the true red is also maybe a cooler version of the permanent red. And then another quinacridone in the quinacridone red. Okay, and like apologies to people that love, you know, those lovely little squares because I am just a mess, but I love kind of just swatching it like this because I can use this to collage later, so I don't need to save it. I have another swatch book of all of these. And Thagranoid Red, what a fun name that is. Here we go. Oh, that is like a nice, almost getting close to a brick color. Next we have Mayan Red. Which again, I love the Mayan colors. They have a bit more transparency to them, which is really beautiful. Alizarin Crimson is another really beautiful, kind of like almost wine colored, but not. Very lovely red. And then we have permanent alizarin crimson, which is pretty similar. Now I am back in the right order with Purell Crimson. So I've just been working my way across the Purells here. And here's the crimson, which is like, wow. I mean, this is kind of morbid, but that's almost a lovely blood red color. Now we have another quinacridone fuchsia. This like has a mulberry vibe to it for me. I mean, I'm sorry this video is a mess, honestly, because it's my first swatch video, but we're almost through the first card, you guys. Alright, Mayan Violet. Now, purples are my favorite, so these next ones are obviously I'm going to get excited about, but here is Mayan Violet. And then Bordeaux is the color I was just talking about, which is a favorite of mine. It's just a really lovely wine-colored purple. Here is Quinacridone Violet, which I will swatch next to the quinacridones. Here it's really starting to get more of the blue color in there. Now we have permanent violet. This is purulane violet, which, like, oh, how grapey and beautiful is this? I need this color in my life. Purulane violet. And this is another thing I love about Daniel Smith watercolors, is they just blend so beautifully and easily. Next we have cobalt violet, which again is probably not one I'm going to get to showcase properly for you. Sorry, I'm the worst at swatch videos apparently. But it does have shimmer in it, these cobalts, because again you're getting like some pretty real pigment and minerals in the paints, and that's part of what makes them so expensive. Is this really starts getting some beautiful blue in it. And then we have ultramarine red. These colors are quite transparent as is, and then there's also just not a ton of pigment left on my dot card, so apologies, but they do have a little bit more granulation and less kind of pigment than some of the yellows and oranges and reds. And then Rose of Ultramarine is a and I may have this in a tube, so if I do, I'll swatch it again. She's pigmented. Wow. Add her to my purple wish list because so pretty. Now Wisteria is a favorite of mine. I've actually never used it on the dot card because I have a tube of it. It is one of my favorite colors of all time. It's just very opaque and I love that shade of purple. Wisteria, love it. Cobalt Blue Violet is next. And again, it has cobalt in it, so minerals. There's a bit of a shimmer that you can't really see probably on camera. And this does have just like a nice blue color to it. And then this one I've actually never used on the stock card either, because I have a tube of this and it's Moon Glow. And the joy of Moon Glow is the granulation. So I don't even know how to describe this, as maybe like a grayish, bluish violet. But the way that it granulates, and I'll show it again when it dries, but it's just so beautiful, the separation. And I just like that variation in watercolor. Same for Shadow Violet, which is a favorite of mine. But when you use it and it starts to separate, you can see tones of like gray and brown. So these are just two of my favorite colors. I use them quite often in a lot of artwork. They're just fantastic. Highly recommend if they are two colors you don't have. Next is Sugalite Genuine. This is getting good. And this one has a lot of mineral in it. So there is, to me, it almost looks metallic on the dot card. But it's going to be more transparent, but definitely you can see like the flecks of minerals in here, which give a nice little sheen. And I'll just try to show these again once they're dry so you can get more of the effect, but that's like dancing on the page. I love it. Another similar one to these is Kyanite Genuine. So again, lots of kind of midnight tones, but it has these like metallic flecks. And will also have some really pretty granulation. Tone Blue. You're welcome for that. Let me know if I even said that correctly. Does anyone know? Did I say that right? In Damp Tone Blue. Either way, that's a beautiful blue. Does have some separation and granulation to it, which I love. Next we have Sodalite Genuine, which I think falls in this kind of same family. Sodalite is definitely a mineral. So you get some of that separation and shine of the minerals in the paint. Now we have Lapis Lazuli Genuine. lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. I've been watching too much Steven Universe with my child. Again, more transparent in the genuines. You will see in person the flecks of minerals. It is a more transparent color. Then we have ultramarine blue. This is one of my favorite blues and goes back to the permanent red. Like if you just want to build a palette of maybe basics, this is your blue. At least I think it is. You get the phthalo blue and the permanent red and like, you know, Hansa yellow light or lemon yellow, and you've got a perfect primary set. You could mix anything from that. Next we have French ultramarine, another favorite of mine, very close to ultramarine blue, a little cooler. And then we have cobalt blue, which is just a little brighter. Love this color as well, cobalt blue. And then a lot of people really love this phthalo blue. This one says phthalo blue GS, and I quite like this color too. It has such a good ocean vibe. It starts to get more of that green tone to it. Now we have Verditor blue. Verditor blue. I hope I'm saying these right. Verditor blue. And this dot card says this color is new and it is lavender, which I wish I had this. What a beautiful color. It has a little bit of like granulation to it. Like, wow, that's really pretty. And then we have phthalo blue RS. So the one we had before was GS, and this is RS. This one's definitely a different tone than this one, but I don't know what GS and RS actually stands for. And then I guess most people would say this is your classic blue, your Prussian blue, but I just feel like the ultramarine is really there. Next we have Mayan blue genuine. Again, you're gonna see the genuines have more transparency, a little earthier, granulation. And then cerulean blue. Also more transparent. So I love that too about Daniel Smith. It's are you looking for something super pigmented or something a little more transparent? Cerulean blue, CHRM. Wonder what that stands for. I should have researched anything about what these mean before I did this. Lovely blue, and then manganese blue hue. Oh my gosh, this is like a robin's egg. Beautiful, beautiful blue. Okay, so I'm gonna let this side dry. Well, actually, let's squeeze in the cobalt teal blue, because then it moves kind of into the greens. As you can see, we're really starting to hit like a greenish hue. So this is cobalt teal blue, and again, because it has those minerals, it's a little more transparent, has a little more shimmer to it actually. So let's just see. We have the buff titanium white all the way through our yellows, oranges and reds. And now you can really start to see some of these granulating colors. Like I don't know if you can pick it up. Whoa. But the color variation here and here, you can start to see some of the granulation and maybe even a little bit of the shimmer. And that's what makes these so kind of amazing and worth it in my book, is like, whoa, look at all these colors. So I'm gonna let these dry and then we'll be back to finish the greens and then the browns. And then for the fun, transference, I'll whip out some craft paper and we'll try those. Let's see, let's pick it up where we left off. We're moving into the greens now. We have Fuchsite Genuine. Very transparent, shimmery color. Phthalo Turquoise. These start getting into some of my favorites too. I mean, come on. Ultramarine Turquoise. And then with Cobalt Turquoise, we're gonna get a little more transparency, a little more earth tone. SB Turquoise Genuine, even more transparency because we're getting into the genuine minerals. Amazonite Genuine. More of an emerald green. Again, those genuine minerals give it a bit of shimmer, a little bit more transparency. We have Blue Apatite Genuine. This is one of my favorites. I love these earthy, grayish, cool blues. And this one has a lot of granulation to it that I love. Then we have Lunar Blue. This one is on my wish list. Again, some nice, cool, dark, grayish blue tones there. And then we have Cascade Green. Just going to really get into the lovely emerald. And then this is a favorite of mine, Jadeite Genuine. Really like earthy, kind of warm green there. All right. Now we have Has a little more, I feel like, true pigment green in it. And then phthalo yellow green is actually my favorite because I do love the yellow tones to that. I mean, so beautiful. Next we have permanent green. So probably, again, if you were building kind of a basics kit, your permanent red, your ultramarine blue, your permanent green, and your like lemon yellow are some good bets. Then we have phthalo green YS. And then another really popular kind of classic earthy Hooker's green. Love this green. Also could work really well for a true green, kind of depending on what you're looking for. Next we have sap green. This is a favorite of mine just because it's a little more of an earthy green. I love this color green. Beautiful green. And then we have serpentine genuine. So this is very earthy, has browns and yellows, and will do a bit of granulation and separation. Very earthy, kind of transparent brownish green. And then we have chromium green oxide. This one's a great granulator. You can already kind of see it granulate as you put it on the page. And then green apatite genuine. Oh, beautiful earthy green here that will also kind of granulate into some browns and yellows. Next is deep sap green. Another really beautiful earthy green. And then we have perylene green. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This really deep forest pine green at the bottom here. And that is it for card number 2. So we've gotten through all the yellows, reds, purples, blues, and most of the greens. Okay, being 100% honest, I was not pumped to swatch the browns, but I know there's some earth tone lovers out there, so we're gonna do it anyway. And there's still a few more greens. First, undersea green. Oh, this is a nice like seaweed kelp looking green. And then we have zoisite genuine. I hope I'm saying that right. Next is Verona Gold Ochre. You know what? I'm actually going to kind of spritz these, get some of the color going. Okay, Verona Gold Ochre. This could be a really nice skin tone. If you're in it for the skin tones, this is another good one. And then we have Burnt Bronzite Genuine. So just a more, I think, coppery version. And these have quite a bit of mineral in them. Then we have French Ochre, popular skin tone color here as well. Getting a little more brown, but I love these too for skin tones. And then we have Raw Sienna Light, which also make nice flesh tones, and a Burgundy Yellow Ochre. Then we have Yellow Ochre. So again, to me, all of these could make really nice skin tones. Next is Mars Yellow. Then we have Raw Sienna. Now we're really starting to get into some gold skin tones. I like, you know, skin tones of every color. So I love having the variation here. And then here's another quinacridone. This is quinacridone gold. Beautiful gold color. Next is Trans Yellow Oxide. Very opaque earthy yellow. And then this, I believe, is called Mount Amiata NTR Sienna. I don't know what all the abbreviations stand for, but very close for me to the Trans Yellow Oxide. Then we have Hematite Burnt Scarlet Genuine. Love these. Good separator. Lots of different brown and grayish tones in there. You can already see it granulating and separating. Then we have EF Yellow Iron Oxide. Another beautiful brown. And then Goethite Brown Ochre. More transparent. And then Quinacridone Deep Gold. I love that one. Next is Italian Deep Ochre. Then Lunar Earth, going right next to Mars Yellow. Wow, that's a beautiful kind of reddish brown. Then we have Burnt Yellow Ochre, which is starting to get more into like a brick color. And then Garnet Genuine. So again, This is going to be a little more transparent, but wow, I love the kind of earthy red there. Next we have roasted French ochre. And then burgundy red ochre. This is Indian red, so I mean, wow. I love that earthy red. Way more brick tone to it. And Venetian red. Okay, I thought I wasn't going to be excited, but now I'm really loving these kind of earthy reds. They're so pretty. Next is Italian burnt sienna. And then quinacridone burnt orange. How pretty is this? I love it. And then quinacridone sienna. Again, a very vibrant but earthy orange there. Next is Pompeii red. And then red fuchsia genuine. This one I can already tell has a ton of mineral and shimmer in it, so I know it's going to be less opaque. I wonder if you can pick up the shimmer on camera. Then we have Minnesota pipestone. Seems, again, very mineral based because it's so transparent. Sedona genuine. Italian Venetian red. English red earth. Quinacridone burnt scarlet. Oh, love this one. Another quinacridone. These can be really opaque and vibrant and also blend out so nicely. Pyroline maroon. This is on my wish list. Look at how beautiful that is. It's a really nice maroon. And then deep scarlet. And that is for sure a really nice scarlet. Next is Naphthalide maroon. I'm a sucker for any maroon, and this one has a lot of purple tone to it, so I love that one. And then we have Lunar Red Rock. Piemontite genuine. Oh, that's going to be a good separate granulator. I love these. Tiger's Transparent brown oxide. Oh, I love this. I mean, that's a beautiful brown. I wasn't even psyched about browns, but that's nice. And then we have the transparent red oxide, so it definitely has a little more red to it. We have fired gold ochre. Burnt sienna light. EF red iron oxide. Ooh, that's lovely brown also. Burnt sienna. And English red ochre. And that gets us through the third dot card. Alright, you guys, we are on the last one, so I'm gonna squeeze what I can in here. We're still on browns. We have burnt umber, which is a really nice, almost like cocoa chocolate brown. Then we have EF brown oxide. Raw umber. That is a very green brown. Sepia. Again, like a greeny, earthy brown. Cyclorite genuine. So definitely more of a minerally, transparent, soft brown. And we have Van Dyke brown. We're getting into the grayish browns. Bloodstone genuine. Oh, that's beautiful. Lunar violet is a favorite of mine also. Kind of like moon glow. Lunar violet's a nice separator. Then we have neutral tint, which has this beautiful inky blue. Graphite gray. And these are great shadow colors. We have Payne's blue gray, which is new. Payne's gray. Lamp black. Black tourmaline genuine. So that's definitely going to be like a mineral separating black. Ivory black. And then lunar black, which is like a little more blue grayish. So you have a nice, I mean, these are really, really nice shadow tones. Oh, I love these. And there you have it. We have all the blues, greens, browns. I'm not going to do Chinese white and titanium white because white paper. But let me switch to craft paper and we will try the interference ones. Okay, I've got a small craft insert here to try some of these kind of duochromes and interference colors. I don't know how well they're gonna come through, so let's see. Oh, actually quite well, but maybe okay. So this is Duochrome Oceanic, and it has a ton of shimmer to it. Then we have Duochrome Blue Pearl. I'm going to spritz these again, just so we get some low on here. Duochrome Blue Pearl. These like dance on the dark part. Oh, that's really pretty. I could just imagine these on like black paper. And we have Duochrome Turquoise. These are honestly just gonna be, I think, a little hard to see on any kind of paper. Duochrome Cabo Blue. Duochrome Aquamarine. Oh, the blues are so pretty. That's kind of hard to see, but wow. Duochrome Emerald. Oh, I love this one. Wait. Then we have Duochrome Desert Bronze, and this is one of my favorites. It's got like this greenish gold. I'll have to show them when they're dry because it's amazing. Then we have Duo Saguaro Green. Again, kind of a bronze glittery color there. Duochrome Adobe. This is like a reddish copper. Duo Autumn Mystery. Even more. Oh, these are so pretty. I want all of them. I mean, they literally just kind of dance on the page. This can't do it justice. Duo Cactus Flower is a beautiful purple. Duochrome Hibiscus. A pinky lilac purple. Duo Violet Pearl. So pretty. Duochrome Mauve. Duo Tropic Sunrise. This one's super hard to see on the brown, but it's like a gold yellow. Then you have Duo Lapis Sunlight, and these are all almost just look like a sheer glaze. You can see Duo Lapis Sunlight, Duochrome Arctic Fire, and Interference Blue. These are all really light on the paper, but they do give a little, I mean, wow. Iridescent Ruby. Oh, I love that one. Iridescent Scarab Red or Scarab Red. It's like a brownish red. Iridescent Electric Blue. This one is a favorite of mine. How beautiful is that? Iridescent Sapphire. Iridescent Antique Bronze. Iridescent Antique Gold. Iridescent Antique Copper. And Iridescent Antique Silver. And that is it. These are all the interference and iridescent colors. They are all amazing, even if they're subtle. You get a lot of mineral pigment and sheen and shimmer from these. So that is it, my friends. Literally 240 Daniel Smith colors. There's side 1, side 2, and all of our duochromes. We made it all the way through all 4 dot cards, 240 colors. Thank you so much for watching, and comment down below which colors are going on your wish list. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.